Good to have you along on this Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Matt Scott. Forecast looking pretty good for the week as we look for a smoky start with some warming conditions out there. The possibility of record highs also in the forecast as we look for temperatures that are going to be sky high by the end of the week. Today, they're right where they should be, but look at the climb over the course of this shortened work week, getting to 90 on Thursday, 93 on Friday before we settle the numbers down considerably into the low to mid 70s for the weekend. Other than that, there's really nothing to show you. We've got lots of sunshine. Now, the reason this smoke is a concern is because, we've been talking about it for the last few weeks where there's been smoke holding together, tracking across the continent. I don't say that too often, all the way from the Pacific Northwest. Well, this smoke is actually coming in from wildfires in Nova Scotia. And so with a east-northeasterly wind flow in here now, it's kind of just sending it right down in this direction, the Cape over to Rhode Island, southeastern Connecticut, and into parts of Long Island like the Hamptons. They're going to see a decent amount of this later on today into tonight. Now, this will continue into tomorrow. You can see we're on the kind of the fringe of it a little bit before the end of the week when we start to see an improved forecast smoke-wise. Other than that, high pressure in command of the forecast, and that's going to keep the scene dry around here. There's still that low down south just spinning and bringing more rain into the Carolinas up to Virginia. Meanwhile, for us, it just gets hotter, especially inland, as the temperatures get to 90 Thursday and 90, 95 maybe even on Friday. More on that in a second. Then we got a front coming through, and that will bring the opportunity for some storms. It's very hot and much cooler air taking over for the weekend. We got donuts and the chances of precip later on today. Tomorrow, almost donuts. It's just not really a meteorological term when you think about it. Almost donuts, that's the call. Chances of precip is practically non-existent next couple of days. Friday night into Saturday is when we're focusing on this front coming through as of now. As it interacts with the heat that's going to be in place, it will possibly fire up some storms. We'll keep an eye on that. So hazy sunshine is the call. Upper 60s at the shore with a developing southeasterly wind. We'll get into the little warmer mid-70s inland, mid-60s in Groton, over into southeastern Connecticut where the haze may be the thickest, 71 in Killingly, and then we'll get to Hartford's high, 75 degrees. Speaking of those records, as the numbers build towards the end of the week, we may see a record fall in Hartford on Friday. The old record, 91, set back in 1989. We'll go for 93 at this juncture. That would be breaking the record. So the numbers really warming up nicely over the next couple of days, and there still is a lack of rain, so you're going to have to supply your own water for the gardens and the landscaping. Get those sprinklers out. There's your isolated storms for Friday into Saturday. The weekend right now looking dry but cool by early June standards as we get into the low to mid 70s. That is a look at the forecast on this Tuesday. Have a great shortened week, and we'll see you back here with the Mattcast tomorrow morning at 6 to 11 a.m. Of course, next broadcast at 5 and 6, always at fox61.com and Fox 61 Plus.